Hello, Stick Volley fans, and welcome to the semifinals. We have playoff time here between the Grounders and Orangutans. This is going to be a good match. These two teams always battle it out. And, playoffs for Season 10 getting underway right now. So I am going to be alone here in the booth tonight. But this is going to be a good match. And if we see the action we did from the past 2 weeks, then this better be a good one. Because the past 2 weeks, there was a lot of action, a lot of crazy shots, crazy saves, and yeah, I'm hoping to see that again tonight. But here we go, the Grounders now trying to move this one off of their defense. They're passing it around. This Grounders defense has looked solid, not making too many mistakes, and they're trying to move it around now. They tap it up to the attacker, Dax Love. Can't get a shot here, but he's going to look here to get a little touch. No, back to the Grounders defense who get it over Ace Eaton, who had a goal last week, gets that one over, and here's the Orangutans. And a good turnover there. What a shot by Dax Love, and this is going to be saved by Max Montgomery. What a save. The ball now coming down towards the defense of the Grounders. Ace Eaton with a header. This has some topspin on it. It's going to hit the bar and just go out of play there. Now the Orangutans trying to move this one around. Ebenezer Moss, who had a goal last week. And a good turnover there by the Orangutans. The Grounders immediately get it back over. Coming down now towards the Orangutans. And Ebenezer Moss up to Kylo Hammond, who has a nice header. And he gets it back down. The Orangutans now. We saw some crazy goals last week, some crazy saves, and in a later game, but this one coming up, and Silas can't get it. It's 1-0 Orangutans. Nice goal there by the Orangutans, but as I was saying, we saw some crazy saves last week, and this one off of Larry Manning there with some crazy spin, and it's going to come right back over to the Grounders. And later, possibly tomorrow night, I heard that there is a little flight difficulties, and the Lobsterbacks are struggling with weather up north, trying to get down to Miami. So we don't know if their game will happen tonight or not, if they can get down to Miami. But Jeremiah Stock last 2 weeks, putting on an MVP performance. Even though they did not get the wins, he was definitely keeping that team alive. Some of the craziest saves I've ever seen out of goalie. And the Grounders now trying to get this one turned over. But they tap it back. And it's crazy to think that this is Season 10. I know Stick Volley took a little break, but we're at Season 10 here. And after this season, we are going to have an all-decade team. So start thinking about who you think would be in the all-decade team. Because there are so many good players that we've had the past 10 seasons that I can think of right off the top of my head. And there's only a certain amount of spots for an all-decade team. So it's going to be interesting to see who actually makes it. But there might be some players in this game on both sides that are all-time. Good shot, but a great save by Max Montgomery. That are in the all-decade team. You never know. Definitely some previous... Oh! And a good turnover there by Max Montgomery. Dax Love with a good shot. This one gonna hit off the wall, come back down towards the goal, and it hits the back and cannot stop on the bar. Here are the Grounders now. Slowly moving this one around. They hit it up. It's coming up to Kylo Hammond. Hammond with a high touch, but this one gonna be coming down now towards his defense and Dax Love. Dax with the volley. What a volley! It has some spin on it, and this could... Oh, almost a good goal there by Dax to get that one. The one-timer. But here are the Grounders. Trying to move this one around. The good ones here. This is some nice settling there from Manning. But Dax is getting the pressure on this defense. We saw a lot of attacker pressure last week. The one I can think of off the top of my head was Justin Corner. He was pressuring pretty well. And Suzuki, who was also pressuring really well. We will see him later on If not today, then tomorrow when their flight gets here. And this ball gonna hit the crossbar and just go out of play. Almost there by the defense of the Orangutans. Here are the grounders now. AC in with a good shot. Montgomery with the save. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was some good play right there from both sides. Ace Eaton definitely turning up his play the past couple weeks. And a good shot, but Max Montgomery, what a save. There's a turnover there for the grounders. But yeah, this is it's been a chaotic season. A good pass to Max Montgomery. That one off of Kylo Hammond. It's gonna have a lot of spin and come back down towards the grounders defense. Who hit it back to Silas. Into Daxlov was a good shot into Silas again. But this one gonna be going out of play. Wow, that was some fast-paced stuff right there. No, the defense. Montgomery cannot save it. Oh, that is heartbreaking. The Orangutans making a defensive error there, but Kylo Hammond hits it a little too hard. Come back down towards him and the Orangutans defense here. They tap it back to Montgomery. That was actually a good pass, but this one has a lot of spin on it. Come down out to Daxlov. They cannot get the turnover on this side, but oh, that looked good from Love. Silas with a save, though. I thought Love had just enough power. Oh, Dax, almost a good pass to Max Montgomery there. That would have been a nice connection. The Orangutans now moving it around, trying to get away from Kylo. But yet that shot by Dax Love, perfect pace, just not enough strength on that hit. But he had that idea there. This one hit up to Kylo Hammond, who hits it backwards. This one has a lot of spin on it too. This one coming down now towards Silas and the goal. But Silas with the save. This one has a lot of power too. So this one coming down now towards his defense, who tap it back. That was Larry Manning. And it's in! 2-1 Orangutans. Big time mistake there by Larry Manning to not settle that sky ball. I mean, it's a tough one to settle as well, especially as a D5. You don't want to hit back, but he made that mistake. And this Grounders defense, as I said, has not made too many mistakes. So that might be their first one in the past few weeks. This one to Kylo, who taps it back again. To Kylo, getting a lot of rough shots in the back. Coming out to Dax, though. The Grounders. What a touch by Daxlov! And it's coming down out towards the goal. It's the crossbar and comes back down towards him. What a one-touch volley by... That's a good pass to Silas, though. And here's a good pass to Max Montgomery, who hits it off of his D4. And that's the game! The Orangutans take the 3-1 win in game number 1. I mean, wow. What a game number 1. I mean, I'm not disappointed at all. This was a great game, and we still have at least one more game coming up because the Orangutans and Omaha go to San Francisco to face off against the Grounders coming up next. And here we are for game number 2 here in San Francisco. The team's already traveled here. And, yeah, the Orangutans getting to a strong start. The Grounders not looking so hot. This defense is what is going to be key in this game. We still need the ball to hit a defender here. And both sides just volleying it back and forth. I mean, this is cool. Some cool stick volley, but there we go. We need the game to actually start here. So the Orangutans now going to try and move this one around. They tap it back to Max Montgomery. But he cannot get a shot there. They do it again. They are looking for this, and I like it. It is scary, and if you're an orangutan fan, it might be a little scary for you, but it is good to see that they are looking for these passes to him. Again, and that's a good shot! Because that is why you need to get those passes to him so he can get those shots. But the Grounders defense tap it up to Dax Love. He has topspin there, but it doesn't quite get into the goal. And we're in the back here with the good ones who try and get it to Silas. Here's the Grounders now, moving it around. Manning, who had a big-time error last game, able to get that ball up and get the turnover. That one going towards Moss. Kylo getting some tough shots, but this one could be coming back down towards his goal. This is a dangerous shot coming down to Silas in the goal. And it's in! 1-0 Orangutans. Oh my goodness, the Orangutans coming in hot off of a mistake from Kylo Hammond. Here's the Grounders defense. Trying to move this one around. Up the attackers, Hammond taps it back to his defense. They're moving this one around to Silas, who hits it off of AC, and these two have had a connection so far the past couple weeks. And we see it again here. This one coming up to Hammond again. Hammond with a nice shot. This one has some top spin, but it looks like it's going to be going out of play here, and it does. The Orangutans tap it back to Montgomery. Still looking for that play. Oh no, but that is what costs. That is what happens when you try it too much and the Orangutans let up a goal. Grounders come back. It's 1-1. I mean, you could feel the tension in this stadium right now. The nice turnover there by the Orangutans and Ebenezer Moss. The Grounders now trying to move this one around, trying to avoid errors that we've seen from them. But into Dax Love here. Dax Love making sure they don't get that turnover. He wants this ball in this defense, and he wants to make sure that happens. But this one, a good shot from Silas and Luke Goodwin. It's coming down now. It's going to hit the bar and go out of play. Almost came back to bite Dax Love for that. I mean, good play there by them. Play Max Montgomery, bar down. Oh. That was... There's no way Silas is ever reacting to that. I mean, but a good play there by both Silas and Dax Love. That was a very fast goal. That was a very quick 1-2. And this is a good pass to Max Montgomery. Max Montgomery really showing up so far in this playoffs, and it's good to see. Kylo Hammond, though, gets a touch there. I went off Ebenezer Moss, and the Orangutans get a turnover here. Here's the Grounders defense. Trying to move this one around and get it up to the D6 to avoid a turnover here. Or to avoid an error, sorry. And the Grounders holding this one, getting it away from Dax, but look at that pressure by Dax. Oh. There we go. But yes, and I was just confirmed that this will be the only game for tonight, as the Lobsterbacks ran into some weather issues up in Augusta. That one to Silas, but he cannot get a power shot, and this one off Ebenezer Moss. They ran into some weather issues, and they will not be traveling down to Miami today, as the game was postponed to tomorrow night. So that will be a very good series in the Atlantic Conference. The Lobsterbacks are on a 2-game losing streak, but they still look good. Jeremiah Stock, as I said, if he's going to be on, and as long as that defense and T-Bone Jones are on, that team looks solid. But on the other side, I mean, Majestic Turtle Chumps look good too. Patrick Wilver Jr. having some clutch saves last game, and Suzuki looking solid, that defense looking solid. So it's going to be a very interesting game. I mean, both sides look good, so I'm very excited to see that tomorrow. But we still have game here. Silas cannot get a touch. Grounders defense trying to slow this one down. Trying to get this turnover, but Daxlov's not helping. That's a good pass to Silas, though. Silas with a hard shot. It's coming back down towards his goal. But it goes out of play. Ooh. Oh, good turnover there by Luke Goodwin. Luke Goodwin's been kind of quiet. Kylo Hand with a hard shot, but this one come back down towards his goal. I think it's going out of play. And it does. Silas cannot get a touch there. As you can see, the Grounders are scared to even go near Dax Love. Good turnover there, but they are scared to get this ball near Dax Love right now because he is scary when he is up there. And they tap it back! This one, gonna hit the bar, and that's the game! The Orangutans go to the finals! Their first final since the expansion. Since they rebranded. But oh my goodness. What a game from the Orangutans. I mean, they looked very solid. The Grounders made many mistakes. They choked at points. But you cannot discount the Orangutans' chances and goals. Their pressure on offense. They looked solid. And this team, I mean, they're the number 1 overall team in the whole league. Even though they are tied in record with the Turtle Chumps, they are still above them because of goal differential. So they are the top team in the league. And this is why. They played very well tonight, but wow. That was a pretty quick playoff. Not too quick, as the Grounders know. They've been eliminated pretty fast before, if you may not know, but wow. This place is dead silent. And what a playoff game. What a playoff series. The Orangutans, I'm very happy that they are going to be going to the finals, but we will not see them in the finals till tomorrow night after the Lobsterbacks versus Turtle Chumps matchup in Miami. So the winner of that will be facing the Orangutans, and we will see you all for that tomorrow night. Time will be out on the Discord soon, probably tomorrow sometime. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you all very soon. And yeah, see ya.